guys, this is the Anime Cast, and today we're going to be talking main characters. I guess there's no surprises about what Sasha's favorite main character is. Go ahead, Sasha, keep it short.
Okay, I just want it on the record that I am a huge Lelouch fan. Lelouch from Code Geass.
Here we go again.
Easily one of my favorite characters. I think he's super awesome.
We're gonna talk about this forever, aren't we? Here we go.
Yeah, people cannot hear the end of me talking about Lelouch. He is one of the best characters. I mean, I really like how strong he was, and there's so much to his character that I can pick out about. I need a whole segment talking about this, you know.
Why do you like Lelouch so much? Because honestly, I like him as a character. Let's be honest, I like him as a character. Like, he's really interesting. But I don't like him in the anime, like, super douchey.
Okay, let's, keep off of all offensive words because Code Geass is too close to my heart, and I'm sorry, I take it very personally when someone has strong opinions about Code Geass. But anyway, coming back to
giving
you a rational answer.
Yeah.
Lelouch, when I was watching the anime, and every time I do rewatch the anime, I feel like there's a lot of complexities internally for him as a character. And because he's trying to do something in the storyline where it conflicts with his personality or something that him on a human level probably doesn't agree with. And there's a lot of points in which he overcomes this part. And, he still goes ahead and does what he needs to do. Plus, let's be honest, he's a very intelligent character considering the fact that, yeah.
So, I think we have a whole discussion there, but coming to main characters who are intelligent, I think he's comparable with Light. But I honestly think as animes, Death Note and Code Geass are absolutely not comparable. They're not even close to being the same. Yep. But then I think main characters Light and Lelouch can be compared.
Yeah, again, naturally the context in which a lot of main characters are placed are very different from the characters themselves, right? And we're going to be talking about just the characters themselves.
Correct. So, what do you think about Light? Why don't you fangirl about Light so much? Because he's amazing. Come on, I think he's amazing.
He's a very good representative of Death Note in the initial stages. I love the dialogues that he gives. Like, I'm gonna take a potato chip and eat it.
Were you on like Team Light?
Yeah, so I was coming to that. I actually really liked L's character a lot.
Yeah.
And you liked Light's character a lot.
No, I don't support him in anime. I don't support Light in anime. I think around the episode 3 when he gets super cocky about having these powers, that's when I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, he's not really righteous or anything like that. So that's when I'm like, I don't support him, but it forms a really, good rivalry, L and Light. But I think, yeah, of course, Lelouch was a completely different character that way. But I think about Light, I think about how we are we basically act like Ryuk.
Yep.
Where we just are there for the,
show.
Yeah, we're just there for the show. And Light puts on a really good show. So yeah. I love him as a writer.
It's not just that Light puts on a really good show. It's that the character of L really plays off of Light's strengths and weaknesses. You constantly see this bouncing off between their characteristics, don't you think?
But talking or just Light, because he's the main character.
Right.
I would say, like, he's super interesting.
Oh, I personally think L is also a main character there, but sure.
There's only one main character for sure.
It's not always the case.
Okay, but if we're talking main characters, Joseph Joestar is by far the best main character ever.
Okay.
Just because, so any anime will have a lot of nice characters, but then I would give the main character award to Joseph Joestar because he literally carries his part. Like, everything about JoJo Part 2 is basically very, very bland. But then Joseph just...
Tell me characteristics that you really liked in him.
So, number one, he's a trickster. And, like, I really like characters who have a big personality, who are really funny and... they have a lot of personality. Like Okabe Rintaro, I love him too.
Oh yeah. Huge shout out to Okabe Rintaro because Steins Gate as an anime, first of all, is very great, and he, like you mentioned earlier on, he really carries the initial part, and there's a lot of funny segments with him, and you're just like, is he crazy? Is he just being funny?
Exactly, he has a lot of character, like he has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And I feel like the initial part of Steins Gate is really boring and he carries the whole part.
Yep.
So
I really enjoyed I love the main character's personal relationships with his side characters in that case, because the way Okabe showcases his emotion towards all the people around him makes it a very good quality for him to have.
correct. Mainly why I like Joseph
Yeah.
and Rintaro is because they're just characters, man. If you just want to party with them, you know. And man, Joseph is a character. He does everything, and we can watch part 2 just because of that. And I think you should pick up part 2
eventually.
Yes, like please, everybody, just tell her to watch JoJo. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Anyway. I think if we have to crown a main character, I would say Joseph, just because he carries the whole show. I mean, carries the whole part.
Let's be fair, you can't really crown a main character.
Yeah, you can't crown a main character. But I'm making the rules here. I'm going to crown him.
Okay.
So, okay, coming back to characters we both like. Naruto.
Oh my god. This
I
is
think-
our childhood and teenage years. Personally, what do you like about Naruto that
I think, honestly, I watched Naruto when I was a teenager, and he was a huge self-insert for me. Like, I
Right.
saw myself in him. So, it's like I was living that journey, you know.
Right.
So, for me, it was like, you know, when the loneliness part of it,
Oh.
the being annoying part of it,
Yep.
and then, like, I think him just overcoming everything, making friends, getting mentorship, and just achieving his dreams.
Yep.
And personally, I think Naruto achieved his dreams. I know his dream was to become the Hokage, but I think he achieved his dream after the Pain arc,
Yep.
according to me. And that point when he defeats Pain and restores the village, everything, when he comes back, when he gets hailed as a hero, I think that's the point.
Oh, if they ended
That's
the
the
anime
point.
at that point, I would have been completely happy with it
Exactly.
because it was so perfect.
Like, that's when I think he really achieved his dream, and it made me feel so
Warm in the inside.
warm. Yeah,
Personally, I really like the fact that, like you said, there's a lot of relatability with Naruto's character. And I mean, people relate to different things, but we can all agree that the whole loneliness thing that he showcases is very, very personal. It hits you very
Yes.
personally. And personally, in terms of characteristics in this dude, he is. I love the fact that he never gives up, and it's not the never give up point in his whole thing. It's how he showcases it. You know, it's very healthy as a person. I feel he's very competitive, but he's not competitive in the way that he puts other people down. He wants everyone to go up with him. You know,
exactly. Yeah. Just the way he will bring Sasuke home,
Yep.
even if it means to give up his dreams.
Yes.
And I think that is what just says
And
it.
his whole vision is so strong that everyone, you know, I also love the fact that everyone is so willing to amend their ways because Naruto's voice is so strongly resonaning throughout the
Dark
anime.
no Jutsu was invented by Naruto, guys.
A huge shout out to that. How he relates to his characters it's very touching. Like,
It is. And I think in the same tangent again, coming off to something that you won't be able to talk about much is Luffy. I think you can talk about Luffy.
I'm watching One Piece. I really like Luffy.
You're watching it, right? So I think Luffy is the same. Like, he has a dream.
Yep.
He wants to achieve that dream, and he will stop at he'll stop at nothing to achieve that dream. But then he's also like empathetic enough to say, I'm not gonna achieve this dream if this person, you know, is not coming with me. No spoilers, but yeah, like he's just so empathetic, and even though he has a dream that he's not gonna give up, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
Luffy's character is again very Naruto-like in terms
very-
of influence that he has around the characters that are around him, because
yes.
he's also very strong and positive, and honestly, it's very commendable. I feel like it's a lot harder to be positive as a person than go into a tangent of negativity. And I look up to that characteristic in any main character that has it. But
Exactly.
Luffy definitely has
Luffy has it. It's the main character energy. You
Energy.
know? And of course, like, being a main character, you have to be lucky. And I think that's the part. And that's where Hinata comes into play.
Oh,
Where
Hinata from Haikyuu.
Hinata from Haikyuu, right? Just because we were just talking about Naruto.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think, like, if you think about it, Hinata is amazing.
Oh, I love
But
him.
he's also he has that main character energy, dude.
Yup,
Like,
yup.
like, it's just the energy, man. It's just
MC
too
energy.
good. Like, yeah. And let's not talk about Haikyuu here because I have a lot to say. By the way, guys, okay, let me just stop. Let me stop about Haikyuu. Let's go to your
Personally, Shoyo, Hinata Shoyo, I love his character. He's my favorite in Haikyuu. And personally, what I take away from him that I really love, that really translates into main character energy, in my opinion, is the fact that he observes everything around him to the degree that he does. You know, he's a main character and he comes off as goofy, but when you really look at him, he's really assessing what's happening around him.
Yes.
He's really learning how to play off of people's strengths and weaknesses and his
instincts.
own. Yeah.
Instincts.
Yep.
I know. And one point about Hinata, and actually even Kageyama, was in the anime which.
Hey, you said let's stick to one main character.
No. Okay, this is just a moment where which gave off main character energy for me.
Okay.
Was that
Go off.
when the girl Yachi Hitoka, when she says, why are you guys like going so hard on a practice match? And then he's just like, do you have a reason to win? And then like he just asks, Kageyama, is there a reason why we need to not lose? And I think that just gave off main character energy because I kind of relate with Yachi because I'm like, dude, why are you putting in so much effort? It's just a practice match. But then these people are like, bro, I'm a main character. I can't be slacking off here.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, that is main character energy.
I mean, I guess in the context of the anime, they are main characters, sure, but they are main characters of these really significant characteristics. Like, it's very strong and it affects the people around them. And that's,
Yes.
instead of, I mean, if you approach this in the angle of not knowing who the main character is and eventually seeing who becomes the main character without knowing it beforehand, you'd still appreciate these characters because of the the personality traits that they have.
Exactly. And I think the whole, is there a reason why we shouldn't, where you want to win?
Yep.
And that thing for me, when I rewatched Haikyuu the 700th time, but yeah, I just thought that was what gave away these people are the main, that just gives out main character energy,
Yep.
It's
the energy.
It's the energy,
Yep.
yeah.
The main MC energy is different from knowing who the main character
Character
is and
is.
expecting this from them.
Exactly. So speaking of main characters that don't give off the MC energy, I can think of Kaneki Ken from Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh man, Kaneki Ken.
No, for me, it just did not do it, man. I don't know. He just... I mean, I know he's going through a lot. I respect that. But no, absolutely not.
That's too... Wow, it was hardcore. He starts off as a regular character, right? Like, the first couple of seasons, he's just a regular kid living a regular and actually subpar life, average life. And then, oh my god, everything hits him all of a sudden. And the storyline's just driving through him. And he's just like, okay, how do I deal with this?
Exactly. Like, I just feel like the story is driving him.
Yes.
He is not driving the story.
Good point.
So
good point.
I feel like, I don't know.
Very good point, yeah.
Yeah, and other characters, Yuki from Mirai Nikki.
Oh, do not get me started. That anime. I am sorry for Mirai Nikki fans. Everybody who went through the Mirai Nikki phase, I'm sorry.
So I feel like Mirai Nikki fans are basically 2010 edgelords who have grown up now and like probably realize it sucks. So we're not offending anyone here.
If you guys didn't figure it out yet, Oak's favorite words to use is edgy.
Yeah, it's edgy. Teenage angst.
Teenage angst.
Okay.
Very prominent themes in Tokyo Ghoul, by the way.
And Mirai Nikki.
Mirai Nikki, yes.
I mean, yeah, let's leave it at that. But also, controversially, I think Eren Yeager did not give off main character vibes. I don't know.
Oh, I actually have a lot to say. I have a counterpoint to this. So,
Okay.
the first 3 seasons, he is literally the only character in a dystopian world who is positive, who thinks he can change things, who really wants to do things, who's influencing people around him, and giving
Was
off
he
that.
influencing people around him?
he was being very excited and judgy.
He was yelling
jumpy.
a lot. I know.
Yeah, that's very MC
So yeah,
characteristic.
the thing which I didn't like about Eren in the beginning was that he yells a lot. Like I don't like yelly main characters.
I personally love yelly main characters.
Oh
So
my god.
it's really nice that they show their energy that way.
Yeah,
But I love the progression of. What I really love about Eren is the progression of how his personality developed over time. Like he understands. First season, he's very MC, loud, excited little kid who wants to change the world. But then he comes and dives into reality more, and now he's on a more serious note, and it's very realistic to me personally.
Are you talking about like the latest season 4?
Yeah, season 4,
Yeah.
part 1 and part 2 as well.
Yeah, basically,
He gets more serious and realistic about what needs to happen.
Yeah, but I'll tell you. Okay, yeah, that's true. He gets more serious and stuff, but not to give away any spoilers or anything. So, but don't you think from season 3, part 2 till season 4, it seems like a huge shift, as in from timeline wise, he has grown a beard and shit. So, like, I don't know, like it seems too sudden for me.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way? Because
no, it feels like a natural progression of things, considering how the timeline in the context of the anime is seen.
Because for me, according to me, season 1, season 2, season 3, he's like one character. Season 4, he changes character. He's a different guy. I don't know, according to me.
No, I think he started being a little bit more realistic in season 3, but season 4, a lot of things happen, I guess. I don't know. I personally don't want to spoil anything. And
Yeah.
we're manga readers as well, so we're caught up with the...
Yeah, we have a whole episode coming up for that. So we're like, let's not.
Yeah, but Eren's progression of how he goes from jumpy to more realistic worldview in the context of the anime makes sense. I think that's a very good thing and he still manages the main character. You still know he's the main character, but naturally there are very prominent characters.
True. I don't know. For me, I just felt like not Mikasa so much, but I feel like if Armin was the main character, I would have liked him more. I don't know.
I don't like Armin's character. He's so annoying. I mean, I love him. He's very cute, but I also think he's very annoying considering how much I love Eren. But anyway, those are side characters who
True,
exist.
but I like if you're talking about a dystopian series where a main character does well, for me it's Denji, man. Like, it's from Chainsaw Man, by the way. You guys will know him soon. I'm telling you, I'm calling it. The next big anime coming up is Chainsaw Man. Stay tuned. I'm so hyped about it.
Yeah, this woman is oh my god, she's caught up on her seasons.
I've caught up on that, yeah. I know. But then, like, I
qualities you like in him.
Like, what is happening in the world has nothing to do with what he wants.
Oh.
And he has goals, like realistic human goals that he wants to achieve, which has absolutely nothing to do with what the world needs.
Oh,
and it's just going in a parallel, man. And it's so good, and he's so crazy. And again, like I told you, I really like main characters with a lot of personality.
Yep.
Like, he has his own thing going, and it's so crazy. I love it. But yeah.
Another, speaking of MCs from short running shows, I think the main character from Parasite, Shinichi. And I mean, you could argue that Miggy is also some sort of a main character, but Shinichi, again, he's an MC who the story revolves around, but like he starts off in a very average, lowly life, and then goes on, and the story is driven through him,
But I'll tell you what I kind of personally feel about is the whole Tokyo Ghoul effect of suddenly he changes personality because something happened to him. I don't know, man. That whole part is a little
But I think Parasite came out before Tokyo Ghoul.
I know. So definitely Parasite does it way better than Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul is just like, it's like hair color change, life change. I don't know. I don't buy the whole thing. It's so weird.
Yeah,
it's not natural at all for me.
It wasn't meant to be a natural thing. It's a dystopian world.
I guess, but
Kaneki, that way when you look at him and his relation with the plotline of Tokyo Ghoul, you really feel for him, bro.
That's true. I mean, come on, he has a lot going on. We can't say much about Kaneki, man. He just does not have the energy, that's all.
So let's get to female strong MCs, main characters from female-driven anime that have made it big.
How many? Can you count on one finger? I mean, one hand? Like, It's but like, who do you know any? Like, I can only think of like a like a small handful of them.
This is very disappointing. So, but straight off the head, Saber from Fate, the Fate series. I
Okay.
think her character was is the MC essentially. She's the one who's the righteous warrior in the whole storyline, and she drives the series. I love the personal conflict that she has with herself, with the thing that she's doing, with the thing in her head, and her character versus the role that she plays versus the actual character that she has. And I love that she's represented pretty well. I don't think
I think Saber is universally loved pretty
Yep.
much. I think.
Yep.
Yes, but I don't know. Like, don't you think her actions are driven by someone else? Like, she doesn't really. I don't know. It's like almost she's a slave to someone else.
Exactly what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Her role, the role that she plays versus
Mhm.
her personal character. There's a lot of conflict there.
Yeah.
And you get to see the righteous person that she is and why she's like that. With the contrast that is shown with
So another anime which surprisingly has a female lead is Psychopaths.
yes, Akane Sunemori. Yeah, so she is the main character in Psychopaths, and we see the whole storyline in her eyes. She sees the system in the storyline of Psychopaths, and she's an inspector who's trying to make sense of what she sees in the world. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool that Psychopaths had a female character who is trying to figure out how the world works and what her whole journey with it.
Yep.
And there are other characters who are pretty strong in the storyline. So there were a good mix of people playing off of the storyline itself. You know.
Yep. But then, like, don't you think what people talk about in Psychopaths is not her?
Yeah, it's a very. That's what I was trying to say. That the strong characters in the storyline, personally, I feel like are completely different characters from her. Even though the eyes of the
Exactly.
MC is the how the story is driven.
And if you think about it, I think Saber has a lot of representation, but then doesn't Gilgamesh get all the spotlight?
Oh yes, Gilgamesh is
Yeah, so like I feel like even the main characters don't get the spotlight they deserve. Like, female leads.
yeah. It's we know that the MC, but there is no MC energy.
Exactly.
That's being showcased.
Exactly. There's no MC energy. There's no MC. The care that is given to an MC usually.
Male MC character.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think what is different. An anime which goes different, like does not follow the same trend, is The Promised Neverland.
Okay.
I don't think you've watched it, but then it's basically. I just can't stop thinking about her as a female Naruto because she has orange hair. But but basically she drives the story pretty much. Like, she has such a nice vibe to her where she convinces people that, like, she has this big sister energy, and she's like, no, I'm not compromising on my family. I love them. So and then she kind of like convinces other people that story has to be driven this way, and like she drives the story pretty much.
Yeah, that's very MC energy.
That's very MC energy. So like I appreciate her, even though she's a child.
Yep.
It's really good. Yeah.
It shows a very strong characteristic in, especially because she's a child, and it makes you really want to watch the story when someone has that much energy. And
Exactly.
with a female who is showing that energy, it's pretty cool. I mean, considering the trend of
I know. And but another trend with female MCs, I think of them is them being really lovely, which I don't have any problem with. Like, Emma is lovely, definitely. I can think of Kaguya-sama.
Yep.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god, I don't really like romance anime, but this one is just amazing, and she has a very strong character. But
you should tell them about which Kaguya-sama you're talking about.
Kaguya-sama Lover's War.
Right.
I mean, I think everybody knows Kaguya-sama.
Of
I don't
course.
know. Nobody's
for the
thinking
sake of
it's
clarity.
Nobody thinks it's from Naruto. It's fine.
For the sake of clarity, though.
Yeah, it's Kaguya-sama Lover's War, and it's a very adorable anime. By the way, you guys have to watch it.
Yep.
yeah, I think she comes off as super adorable. And I can also think of Carol and Tuesday.
Okay.
So that is about. I mean, I know you haven't watched it. It's an anime about music.
Yep.
And I think both of them, Carol and Tuesday, they give off strong MC vibes. They believe that they can, do better than their situation, and they kind of prove it. They have the, drive, and they are driving their story. So it's amazing.
Right. But let's talk about the trend that we're observing here. When we're trying to stick to just female characters who come off strong in a storyline, you see how there is still a struggle for us to recall and for other people to, noticeably point out that, okay, this is a female-driven story and she's the main character. And
that's true. I think this is not a big problem in like slice of life kind of shows where I think female leads do okay because they're lovely and they have a character. It's all good. But when you come to like, dark anime or battle driven anime, I don't see the female representation.
Yeah. So the sort of characters you do remember who are considered strong female characters are, for example, Sakura Haruno from Naruto, or Ursa Scarlet and Lucy.
Lucy is the main character, sadly.
Yeah, Lucy's the main character, but she's kind of overshadowed by the main.
I think the spotlight is on Natsu and Grey.
Grey, yeah. I mean, of course, Ursa makes the storyline
No, but Ursa is just like the token female who's very strong, which is there in a lot of anime.
People
but
remember it.
Yeah, but she's not the main character. The story's not brought in. Like,
so that's what I was trying to point out, the fact that these strong female characters who come from general anime, these are more popular than anime with female MCs.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I really hope to see more Emmas, honestly, in the future.
Any manga writers out there, please hear us out. We want
very specifically manga writers.
Very specifically.
I don't want light novel main characters. I don't like them. Yeah. But coming to slice of life main characters, I have to give a shout out to Hikigaya Hachiman, the edgiest of them all. I don't know, I love him. He's also a self-insert for me. I feel like he's a self-insert for everyone, which is why people love him universally.
Okay.
I know you.
What is the self-insert though?
Insert is that basically number one, he has like such a dull personality, which will never work in any context except for the context where he lives in. Like, he gives us like random social commentary which nobody asked for, but then we're getting it, and it's hilariously edgy, and like we love it. And also he has this energy about he thinks he's the best in the world. He thinks he's the only one strong enough to make the sacrifice. But then it's high school, so calm down. There's not much sacrificing to do. But then he's amazing. I just love him as a character. And do you have any special mentions?
Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes. Gone from Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
I think
Edward Elric.
Oh my god, we missed him. But
expect a part 2, guys.
Absolutely. And thanks for tuning in. And do follow us on our social media. The Instagram at The Anime Cast.
And Twitter at AnimeCast1.
Until next time. Bye-bye.